Well, it's Monday, it's quite a breezy one, so recycling a bit of cardboard there, plastics to come. And one of them. Well, 2 days into a new week, as you can see, brand new record, 2398. It means that tomorrow when 160 hits its 4, we could have a 2400. Never know. In terms of the rest of the statistics, 1.553346, 886 days, just under 30k for the month itself. Bear in mind we are only in week 3 of the month. There's a 4 week next week, so 52k could be threatened, and 416k for the year. Well, as you can see, SudoCats is done. A fun puzzler overall, quite a lot of different puzzles and variants. Unlocked all achievements on this game, all good. So, Beacon Pines is the next on the game list because it is coming out of the Game Pass at the end of the month, so we want to get it done and dusted. We played the previous SL Rayland, we've now got Rayland 2 on Windows to see if this is good. Well, just a short update today. You can see a brand new record, 2,400. There's 160 swept the board, and as the rule goes, when a conundrum begins, when everything is the same number, it takes on that number, 1.55 million. And 33k for the month, just under 420 for the year. Well, it might be the last trip here this year because this is the final one for the Women's Academy. It's against Leeds, 667 overall, 575 for Wigan. Second against Leeds 19s. We did lose the first one, I think it was a good 3-4 years ago. It's the 12th visit to St Jude's, 4th consecutive win we're hoping for, 7th Women's 19, and as every game wins this, it's a record 106th attendance in 2023. So, half time here at St Jude's, as far as I know, I think it's Wigan 18, Leeds 16. Very close one, this one. So, full time here at St Jude's, and there was a bit of a distraction in the second half. So, I'm not sure whether they finished 22-all or 22-16. I'm not 100%. The fact of the matter is, no matter what, it is an unbeaten Women's Academy season for me because we didn't go to York away because it wasn't physically possible. So, yeah, it's an unbeaten one. So, I think it's 22-all. I don't know if it is. It's the third time I've seen a 22-all this year involving the women. But we move on. We move on to just down the road at Leigh on Friday. Then a first ever trip to York with the women on Saturday. And then, if that wasn't enough, we then got the Academy Grand Final at St Helens on Sunday. So, all good. Unbeaten Academy season for the women. For me. Well, just to confirm, the final score was Wigan 22, Leeds 22. While we are walking back to the bus stop. So it is officially, yes, an unbeaten Women's Academy season for me, because the one game they did lose, I wasn't able to attend. It was a bit surprising though, the 22-all, that no one went for a drop goal to try and win it, but it's what it is. Well, it might not be a best month because there's 2 days less in September than there is in August one, but best week could be the best week for the 3rd week in a row, because if you look at that, 2-4-0, and that's 3 records in a row this week, and to beat the other 2, it only needs a decent day tomorrow. It could be a new best week for 3 times in a row. I don't remember that since I first started doing it first year. 161 for the first time in the top row. 1.558147. A weird sum with the days. 888 days, 177 weeks. 35,000 for the month. I say 52 is going to be a push with 2 days left, but if we get to 50k, that'll do, mate. Well, shortest man's away trip of the season. We've done one bus. We're waiting for the next one because we're off to Leigh. So off the bus we've had the LSV. So should be an interesting one tonight. Statistics to come. So finally an LSV. Same seats as we had earlier in the year. 668 overall, 576 for Wigan. 14th against Leigh. 8 wins, 5 losses. Here's a 5-game winning streak. Here's a 10 against Leigh away. We are number 5 unbeaten. Hopefully not 180th overall loss. It's 170th away game, which in 10 years isn't too bad. And as with every attendance, it's a record 107th attendance in 2023. bus home from Leigh to Wigan and taxi from Wigan to home. So a bit of a short walk now, and then rugby weekend resumes in about 10 hours, 11 hours. We're off to York for the first time ever for rugby to watch the women. Has begun its run. 1.56 million, 889 days and 178 weeks. Just under 30,000 for the month itself, which is going strong. 423k for the year. It is no record sadly today, just 2272, but it means the best ever week by 7. 7 better off than last week. So yeah, that's the best week, 3 weeks in a row. So, bright and early start of the morning, we're just off in Wigan, as you can see it, with the North Western for a trip to York for the first time ever. So, more news later on. So, one train down, one to go, but Preston for the train to York. Well, as you can see, we've now arrived at Leeds station. There's a little bit of history attached to this one, because as anyone who regularly watches the videos knows, we do visit Leeds quite a lot on the train. But for the first time ever travelling solo, we're actually not stopping, we are actually continuing. So as of this very point, when this train stops, we'll be the furthest we've ever been on a train travelling solo. So as you can see from the sign there, we have reached York for the first time ever on my own. Now we've got our bus, then we are going to visit the LNER Community Stadium for the first time. So on up in York, a nice 2 hours and 20 minutes on the train. So, short bus ride from York City Centre, and we are here at the LNER Community Stadium for York Valley against Wigan. We might need a miracle to win, but hey, it's open. So, after I think 6 or 7 times where we wanted to come here when we played away, we finally made it to the York Valkyrie LNER Community Stadium. First time we ever played here on a Saturday, so that's why. Stats today, 669 overall, 577 for Wigan. 10th against York Valkyrie, however, it's not a very happy story. 3 wins, 6 losses. And it's a 1-game losing streak after losing the league game. We are hoping to avoid 180th overall loss. It's the 4th women's semi-final we've been to. 9th new venue in 2023. We have got a played 8, won 7 and drawn 1 record. That will be tested today. Well, we have 2 consecutive wins after a lovely win last night over in Leigh, and as with every attendance this year, it's a record 108 sporting attendance in 2023. So, out come the teams. So, as always, Grace Bangs first off the field. I'm sure she's got some tradition of leaving before anyone else. Half time, well, it was a brilliant start. Grace Bangs absolutely lightning, but sadly, tradition continues against the top 3. We start well and then slightly falter. Half time, York 14, Wigan 6. Hopefully, we can come back. So, there you go, full time here at LNER Community Stadium, and well, we knew what the result was going to be when we started, really, didn't we? Just our attack's just not good enough, sadly. Full time, York 22, Wigan 6, so it's another semi-final lot. We scored more than last year, but we conceded more, so it is what it is. That's the women done for the year. So we move on to the next rugby will be, for me, next week on the 1st of reserves, play St Helens. So walk to the bus stop. Then the train from York to Preston and Preston to Wigan, because a lot of the Wigan Women's players do watch my stuff. The reason you've not seen me after the game is because if I'd missed the bus I'm going for, I'd been stranded here for quite some time. But as you all know, I do follow you everywhere I can, and I'm proud of you. So, might not have been able to say face to face, you can eat it this way. Well, just arrived in Preston after 2 hours and 20 minutes, which was nicely taken up by watching the first episode of this season strictly. To then turn up in Preston and find out that the train that we were getting at 9:05 is now not going to turn up until possibly 25 past. The reason that makes things harder is that we were planning on getting a bus in Wigan at 9:30. So, we're in Preston for the foreseeable until whatever train goes to Wigan turns up. This is what happens when you travel to follow rugby league. Good start, but then it ends badly. So the gaming week, and well, the week itself, because we are pretty close to the end of Sunday night. Pines Rayland 2, this time on the box.